Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new Irish rom-com Dating Amber. It's about two young people, played by Fionn O'Shea and Lola Pettigrew, who are Eddie and Amber. They're both gay, and they're trying to hide that fact, so they start dating each other, with a bunch of awkward chemistry between them, and honestly, on some level, you're kind of hoping that they wind up being there for each other throughout all of this. And that's an interesting thing, because in a lot of rom-coms, you're first automatically going to be hoping that these two wind up together. But for their real happiness, you don't want them to wind up together in this film. And I feel like director David Freen does such a great job of balancing that and setting up those expectations for the audience where you're really hoping that they can be there for each other. And the performances from O'Shea and Pettigrew are off the charts. Pettigrew is extremely smart and clever and sassy and brings a lot of energy, and O'Shea is, most part, really awkward and very believably awkward. Like, you watch him and it's just like, it's not like it's awkward acting, he's acting awkward. And it really works. But then there's moments throughout this film where there's layers to Eddie's character where he explodes with frustration. And you understand where that frustration is coming from because he's stuck in the closet. And he just wants to be able to live his life and be who he is. And you see that explosion. You see those frustrations in this film, especially with those two characters. And where you might expect a rom-com to go, this plays on that, and the script is very clever in that way, and is able to build up the love that you have for these two characters, and the love they have for each other, but a different kind of love, and them going off as this film goes on in different directions, and how they handle it. And I think this is a very poignant story. The Irish sensibility around it gives a very snarky, funny nature to this film, which is why it's like a rom-com, but really this is a dramatic romance. And that's the interesting thing about this film. It has those definitions, but it defies them in so many different ways and does something new and different, twisting those kinds of expectations for its benefit. And there's some really powerful emotional moments in this film that took me off guard but they might have taken me off guard, but they fit. And Frame does such a great job of building naturally into those scenes where it does really have that impact. And it's shot very, very well. It's beautiful. There's moments where they just show the Irish countryside, and it's just such a moving moment. You're really there with the characters experiencing that. And that brings a lot into just the visual nature of the film. It's well framed, the cinematography is not too flashy, but sharp and interesting and engaging. And there's fun moments, there's fun gags, like she rents out a trailer for teenagers to have sex in, and there's a fun running gag with that. And just between that, and then you have even Eddie's parents, who are played by Sharon Horgan and Barry Ward, and they have some layers, and it's interesting how they confront their son's actual nature. There's a very unexpected but also meaningful moment where his mother has a particular realization, and it's not overblown, it's not overly melodramatic, it's just clever and plays out so naturally and understandably within the confines of the story. And you want to see both Eddie and Amber succeed. And they have the fun, and you have a lot of chemistry between the two of them. But you know all along that you really want them to be with someone else for each other so that they could be themselves. And those themes of self-actualization and being yourself are so well thought out and so well presented in this film. This is a meaningful and also extremely entertaining film that I think will... If you give this film a chance, Dating Amber, I think a lot of people will really love this. It's sitting right there on Prime Video right now. That's where I watched it. But I definitely recommend this one. This is a quite a special little film. Coming of age, rom-com, romance, drama, has all of it, and plenty to say. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.